Welcome to Wine Wednesdays with a Purdue wine professor to support Indiana's family farm wineries. And today we're going to have a glass of wine from Monticello, Indiana, Chautauqua Red from Whyte Horse Winery. A beautiful little winery that is just reopening. So if you go visit, make sure you check their websites and call ahead. Each winery during this reopening phase has slightly different rules. Every county, in fact, in Indiana has different rules of how to treat the customers and what you can do at the winery. So make sure you check it out and be patient when you go there. Everybody is going through a transition, but you won't be disappointed when you go and taste some of those delicious wines. In this case here, Chautauqua is a bottle of Concord wine, Indiana's most popular grape variety. Reference to Lake Chautauqua by the Lake Erie wine growing area. Makes a lot of the grape juice for the kids, as well as wine grapes for winemakers across the country. This case here, it is made in Indiana. The craft of the winemaker indeed is a reflection of the skills that the winemaker has acquired and the quality of the fruit that he or she brings in. So just like a good chef who brings in a Maine lobster or a Hawaiian pineapple, the winemakers pick and choose where to get their fruit from. Whyte Horse, for example, has some delicious Riesling and Chardonnay and Zinfandel and Cabernets as well. And of course, they also grow their own grapes. They have estate vineyards here in Indiana. Traminet, our Indiana state wine. Vignoles, a wonderful white wine too here. So those are fantastic varieties to make all kinds of different wine styles from. And again, picking the proper fruit is the best start to make fantastic wine. Here's a Concord vine right behind me. First little grapes are appearing now. Yeah, that's the fun part. You might actually have a Concord vine in your backyard yourself, or if you don't, go get a little vine and watch it grow. It's really beautiful to see, and it really increases your appreciation for the skill, the craft of the winemaker, making actually a drinkable, balanced wine that has great sweetness, great acidity to it. Again, Concords are known for their beautiful citrus aromas, orange blossom and lemon peel that you can find in here. So perfect summer wine for grilling eggplants and zucchini and mushrooms, or a nice steak, a nice pork tenderloin, whatever you have available. So those are fantastic summer wines. But again, if you go to the local wineries, there's also another one in Monticello, Fruitshine, making wine from old family recipes. So there's always something to discover wherever you go, and you will surely enjoy meeting the winemakers and listen to their stories. A real neat story, if you're interested, is the story of Indiana wine in general. This book here, Indiana Wine History, was written by Jim Butler and his brother. The Butler Winery, one of our oldest in Indiana, down in Bloomington. That's a book really that describes the adventures of John James Darfour, the Swiss immigrant to the United States, who planted the first vineyards down along the Ohio River in Indiana. So the history of wine growing, winemaking in Indiana is very storied and goes back to the early 19th century. So that's the tradition we're still continuing here today. And again, if you read the books and the details of how we have made wine here for so many years quite successfully, that again gives you that appreciation of how all the families are involved in the process here. Modern agriculture, traditional agriculture. It's really a fascinating story. And with that, and talking about Bloomington, of course, I'll also give a shout out to our friends and colleagues at IU. Many IU grads are in the wine industry as well, vintners, and many actually are sending their kids to Purdue as well. So we have a lot of families that have connections to both Purdue and to IU and to the many other universities that we have around the state too. So all of them, cheers, boiler up, and all the best. Enjoy a glass of wine and help our little farm wineries survive the pandemic. So cheers. Perfect.